Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kadash, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, for this truth, knowledge, and wisdom, and all that is taking place in these last days. We give double honors to our apostle elders, which is apostle elders a great millstone. We hope for the elect on the four corners of the planet Earth. Keep pushing, keep fighting, keep faith, keep enduring to the end. I'm just pulling up this real quick. And go ahead and mute that. But right now, this is just a response video. The apostle went into the word circumcision. You know, I just got done, just got off the plantation, and I figured I'd, jump into it a little bit just to, add on to it. Just a reply video, because I watched a little bit of this guy VOCAB, man, and really at this point, it's somebody that's cleaving for attention, man. Okay, if you brothers ever really dealt with let's say women, okay, you dealt with women. There's a saying, and I say this a lot. Certain brothers that know me, if a woman can't get your attention in a positive way, she'll get your attention in a negative way. Okay, the girl in high school or in school that always picked on you, always had a problem with you, was the one that liked you the most. Okay, so this guy, he's not coming for salvation's sake. He's not believing in what he's believing in, man. Okay, that Christianity's played out to the max. Okay, if he's set up, we certain of us believe this guy's set up to be to come against this truth, which you're fighting against Yahweh Shai. But he's craving attention, man. Okay, because if you look at his videos, what does all his videos get hits on when he deals with the topic of Hebrew Israelites? Nobody listens to him for his music or his so-called input. It's only when he's so-called giving his listeners ammunition to fight against us, fight against the cause of the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, but this is just prophecy he's fighting against. I mean, the Most High said he'd raise us up, Ezekiel 37. He'd give us Isaiah 1. Okay, he said he'd raise us up, man, and that's what's happening right now. But they're trying to fight against that and to have us put back to sleep. Okay, so as you see the title of the video, it says what? VOCAB, your heart is uncircumcised. Okay, because this guy still has to put he still has to put in and see if he's an Israelite. He says, oh, he's this and that, but your ways and the things that you're doing, it's pointing to your Edomite. Okay, because you're fighting against what's wrong with us waking up to our heritage and who we are. How much history has shown the Israelites were conquered, and they were many times where we were fragmented as a people. We were scattered, we were broken, we lost our identity. The Most High redeemed us. He didn't redeem the other nation. Why would the Lord set up a nation to put us in slavery and then save that nation that put us in slavery? The nation's already established. Who do they need saving from? They were set up just to punish us, man. So that makes no sense with, oh, the Lord loves everybody now. How is that? What happened to the Philistines? Why didn't the Lord send us into the land of the Canaanites to bring forth the truth and teach the Canaanites and live among the Canaanites? That wasn't so. All you have to do is really read this Bible and do your research. Okay? He says we shall rule over our oppressors. Those that touch you touch the apple of my eye. The forwarding of the affliction. All these things are pointing to the Lord loving a certain people, and he's going to judge a certain people. The Edomites have destroyed the planet Earth. Lord willing, I'm going to upload a part of the street video. But back to the topic. VOCAB, your heart is uncircumcised, okay? Because you're a heathen, man. Okay? You're acting like a heathen. You're pushing the heathen doctrine, okay? But at the end of it, just like 2/3 of our own people, their hearts are uncircumcised. It don't matter if they are circumcised. It doesn't matter, man. Their heart, that's the main thing that the Lord is circumcising in these last days. Salaki, in these last days by way of Yahweh Shai and the faith and the belief on Yahweh Shai. Okay, once you believe in that, that's the circumcision of the heart, because you're cutting yourself away from the dogmas and the doctrines of the world that you've been raised in, man. It took a heavy spirit for the Lord to hide His words for hundreds of years and then bring it out, and then men that shows, that proves reincarnation, because how it says what, He shall stir up our pure minds, though we once knew this. That's how this thing is coming up. But you got guys who's trying to put us in slavery for what, man? What the hell did being a black person in America profit us? And I grew up in a church, and I know the church. I went Saturday, Sunday, Wednesdays. I had the suit on. You know what I'm saying? I had my Bible. I actually have a Bible that I brought from Africa, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been grown in church my whole life, man. So this guy sitting here trying to tell me that, oh, this is this. You man, bro, come on, man. You speaking to the wrong side of the bridge, man. You know, I don't know that's a saying, but you speaking to the wrong side of the bridge, because I've already crossed that. That's what brought me out of the church, was knowing how the church is. Christianity is bunk, man. Christianity is played out. It's a bunch of adultery and a fashion competition, man. You say that's not every church. It is, man. Some churches are worse than others. So let's jump into it. Okay. If you watch this video, I'm not going to give this video no play. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the video. You can go ahead, watch it. You know, the apostle has jumped into it beautifully and, you know, broke it down. Okay. Because we need to see that, look, man, this is just things we have to go, because now he's bringing up topics that we can cover and we can dive into and break down the right way. All right. So like I said, vocab, your heart is uncircumcised. Okay. Because you, just like the 2/3 of our people that don't believe, they might as well, if they have a circumcision that don't, it don't matter. The heart is what the Lord is looking for, man. All right. And it's not the law. The law is not what's going to make us a whole. The law is not what's going to put us into the category of being saved. No, it's the belief on Yahushua and the sacrifice that he made, because the Lord set up his son to be the sacrifice for us. It's Deuteronomy 30:6. It says, and the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart. And this is in the Old Testament. You can be like, oh, that's in the New Testament. Oh, no, it started out, the Lord said, what is he going to do? Let's go up to 5. Let's go up to 5. Let's go to 4. Man, the whole chapter's bad, man. The whole chapter's bad. Let's go up to 2. Man, let's go to 1. Let's go to 1. I'll read to get to the point. And it says, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessings and the curse. And now we've gotten the fullness of the curse in these days. The fullness of the curse didn't happen in 70 AD. The fullness of the curse didn't happen in the time of the Babylonian captivity, the Syrian captivity. That wasn't the fullness. We're in the fullness now, where you got the diverse diseases. We got the different brother shall hate thy brother. All these curses are coming to the fullness in these days, because it's the end. So all of them have to show themselves to fulfill the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Now we're coming to the time of the opposite, of where we get blessings, where we're going to get rose up. We're going to get our identity back, because the curses, we've ate all that. We took them to the neck, man. We drank the dregs of the cup of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And it says, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessings and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among the nations. By what? The damn internet, man. The unicorn. That's how we call into mind among the nations, because all nations can come on our pages and talk shit, man. Point blank, but you're still hearing our message, though. We're not out here for you to believe. We're not out here for you to how you say, pull you in. If this is for the elect, that's why it says the sheep knoweth my voice and they follow me. So the elect, if they hear this truth, that's all they need, man. The rest of you people, we ain't worrying about you, man. We're not worrying about what you care, you think. It don't matter. Just go back to calling us niggas and criminals and staying away from us. That's what we want, because we're going to push this truth and push who we are. This is who we are. You can't put us to sleep again. That's why the only way you have to do it is you have to come at this truth and try to attack us, man. Okay, because we are awake. We're awoke. That's a sit down. We are awoke, man. We're out of the dust, which is the slavery and the confusion. Verse 2. And shalt return unto the Lord thy power. How are we returning to Yahweh Shem Yahshua? By what? First and foremost, by calling upon his name. Okay? Calling ourselves Israel. Okay? Following the laws and statutes to the best of our abilities. The high holy days, that's coming to the Lord, because how will we establish as the people of Yahweh Shem Yahshua? What they call God, by the law, statutes, and commandments, and him choosing us. That's what set us apart. That's what made us holy. And it says, and thou shalt return unto the Lord thy power, and shalt obey his voice. Who's his voice? The prophets. That's the voice of the Lord, is the prophets, man. The leadership that he set up, the apostles and elders and the prophets, which are prophets also. And it says, and obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children. That means us. We're the children of Israel, man. We are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahweh, man. Abraham. Okay? And it says, in a voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul, which that spirit. That's why this is a spirit thing. You got to have the heart, the love, the understanding, and you have to have the spirit. You have to have the spirit guide you. If you don't have the spirit, I don't care how much precepts you know, how much so-called Bible you study, just like these theologians, they still can't get it because they don't got the spirit, man. The spirit is the battery to this remote control. If you don't have a battery for the remote, it's not going to work. You can have the most high-tech remote. If you don't have the battery to it, it's not going to work, man. The same thing with a TV. If you got a 80-inch plasma screen LLAD, that's the new TVs out. If it ain't plugged into the wall, it don't work. You can't see no pictures, no nothing. Or just like cable. Okay, you can have TV with no cable. Cable is the connecting that connects all the shows and all that. If you don't have cable, you just have a TV. It's a blank screen. That's all it is. That's the same thing with this Bible and these other guys out here in the world, man. The Most High allowed them to print the Bible, allowed them to use the Bible. They have the rights to the Bible on the planet Earth. They can print it. They can do whatever they want to it. But they don't have the spirit, man. The spirit is what taps us into using this Bible, man. The Bible is a powerful weapon, but you have to have the battery to it, which is the spirit, and which goes into Yahweh Shah, man. Because if you don't have Yahweh Shah, you don't have the understanding. You can't get into it. And it says, then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all nations. That's where you get the Gentiles. He's gathering us from all nations. That means from all the other nations that we look like, we talk like, we act like, smell like, taste like. All the other nations is what we have been scattered into to fulfill the curses that the Lord told us that he would scatter us to the four winds. It's not saying that all the nations coming into this. No, he's gathering the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay? That's what he's capturing, man. By Yah, man. The house, the tents of Israel. And I will gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy power has scattered thee. And if any of thine, it says, and any of thine be driven out unto the uttermost parts, what's another name for the uttermost parts? America. America is the uttermost part. America is a place that we were sent to serve what? Captivity, because this is the furthest reaches from Israel, man. Okay, once you pass America and you go back, what do you hit? You hit China and Russia. You hit those islands there. You hit Japan, and then what? You'll hit Israel. Okay, so America is the furthest, the hindermost parts of the planet Earth. And it says, and if any of thine be driven out unto the uttermost parts, the outmost parts of the earth, heaven, from thence will the Lord. That means he's gonna reach us there by way of what? This internet, this truth. Thence will the Lord thy power gather thee and from thence will he fetch thee. Let's look up that word fetch. Because the Lord is fetching us right now, man. It's laquak. 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 And it says to take, get, fetch, lay hold, seize. To take in hand, to carry along, to take from. Take from what? The ways of this world. Take out. Take, carry away. Take. To take to, or for a person, procure, get, take possession of. Select. What's another name of select? Elect. The elect. Another name of saying elect is the fetched ones. Laquak. The laquak one, the selected ones. Okay? Choose. Take in marriage. He's joining on. The word marriage means joined unto. Receive, accept. The elector accepted. Laquak. To take up or upon, put upon, to fetch. Take, lead, conduct. Take, capture, seize. To take, carry off. To be captured. So we captured by this truth. That's why it says that what? We are prisoners of hope. We're prisoners of hope to this thing. We don't have no only hope we have is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So we stay here. We do his work. We go out here on the highways and byways. We put our lives on risk, and we do the work, man. Okay, because we have been laid hold of by this truth and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why David said, take not thy Holy Spirit from me. And it says, let me read verse 5. See that why the whole thing is meat. It says, and the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers. So we're gonna be more blessed than our fathers, our foreparents, which we are in the reincarnation. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart, and thy heart of thy seed, to love the Lord thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. So that's why he's gonna fix our heart, because he gave us an advantage. You know, that's another sit down I'm trying to put in the works, Lord willing, I get it done. It says what? He made us subject unto vanity. So he's gonna make us unsubject. That means he's gonna make us perfect. We're not gonna go off anymore. Okay? And it says, and the Lord thy power will put curses upon thy enemies. Who's the enemies? If everybody can get saved, and there's love, and there's nobody, the Lord loves everyone. Who's the enemies then? Where are these curses going to go to? That's a question to ask these Christians. If all can be saved, who is the Lord's enemies then? Oh, the non-believers. No, man. It's not talking about no non-believers. It's talking about the enemies, which are the other nations. Who do we fight with? The Philistines, the Amorites, the Moabites, the Philistines. All these other nations are enemies against us, man. Did not the Philistines take the Ark of the Covenant and put it into their temple, man? That's an enemy, man. So let's keep going. I ain't even hit that. That's the first script. Hey, but you know, as long as hey, Barak Shai for allowing me to go and break it down, man. That's why I said be what? Thankful of your lot, man. You know, I'm thankful for every little breakdown that I can go into, man. Through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and his teachers that he set up, which are the apostles and elders. This is Isaiah 11:3. And it says, and shall make him of quick understanding. That's what the Lord is going to do to his elect. This ain't going to be something that is going to be having to be dragged on, and we got to break this down and break that down. The Most High in the last days is making his elect of quick understanding. That means it's going to click to you because you knew it. It's like going to a street that you ain't been to in a long time. Once you see the street, you're going to be like, damn, man, this is familiar. I know where to go. Hey, take this left, then take a right. It's going to be familiar to you. You might not know the way to get there, but once it starts being familiar to you, then you know where to go. Okay, that's the same thing with this truth, man. It's become familiar unto us. It says, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord. And vocab don't fear the Lord. That's why he's making fun of us, making parody videos. We don't have to do that. When's the last time you seen an Israelite camp make a parody video? We don't need to do that. That's lower. That's beneath us, man. We don't have to stoop to gimmicks to try to make our point. Hey, we tell you the truth and that's it. We're not out here to make no kind of name for ourselves, man. We don't have to make parody videos and take hours of cutting and pasting and putting on videos and masks and costumes. That's BS, man. That's a gimmick. This word speaks for itself. It says, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. And that's Yahushua. Okay? That's the same thing that's going down to the elect today. The Most High is going to quicken them, man. He's going to make them of quick understanding in this truth. And Yahushua had the fear of the Lord on him, man. That's why he did what he did. He didn't do it to uplift himself. I always remember when they try to make Yahushua king. What did he do? He ran. That's what always keeps in my mind anytime some kind of upliftment comes, man. You run from it. This ain't the time yet. We ain't kings yet. We ain't beat the flesh yet. What we need a crown for? That'll be a defiled crown, man. We need a crown to place on a righteous head, man. To know that we were saved and we made perfect, man. And to sit in the presence of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and his holy elect. That's what we hope for. That's what all brothers should hope for. And let not thy sins weigh you down, because you ain't going to be perfect. You're not going to be saved by the law, so don't get that in your mind, but do what you can, man. Love the brotherhood. Love your neighbor. Love your fellow yokemen. You do that, man. Many men have fallen to the wayside behind not loving, man. We ain't got time to be niggas, man. We got time to be kings. We're future kings. A king has to conduct himself in a way that is above the grain. When he says a nation, a kingdom, and priest, a priest has what? A priest has to do certain duties. A king has to do certain duties. That's a high echelon of society, man. That's why you see Prince Harry and all them. You don't see them, even their dirty laundry gets swept under the rug because they have to maintain a sense of royalty. Even though they'll do fucked up shit behind closed doors, but they can't let that out to the public. They have to see themselves as gentlemen. Okay, above what you call scrutiny. Because a king is scrutinized, a priest is scrutinized, a prophet is scrutinized. So we always have to be on our P's and Q's. That's why the nation, man, we're gonna rule this planet Earth. And so, man, I can't describe it to you, Akin, man. But I believe, I see it every day. I wake up every day. That's what keeps me fighting every day. So hopefully I be able to fulfill that great lot, man. I don't do this to just do it. No, I do it because I see it, man. I sense it. I feel it, man. I want it. The flesh is the one that gets weak, but your spirit knows it. The spirit has seen it already. When you're in the spirit world as an angel, you've seen it. We've all been able to see the kingdom. Why do you think we come down here in the flesh? To be able to fight for what we've already seen, man. But that's above the grain of the worldly. That's why Yahushua said, if I cannot tell you of worldly, how can I tell you of heavenly, man? I can't tell you of heavenly things. I can't tell. Brothers get bugged out over simple things, man. Not brothers, but people in the world, man. That's why we can't break down the full grasp of this thing. People will be like, what the hell are they talking about? But that's to those that can receive it. Let's get back into this. It says Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And and now Israel, now Israel, what doth the Lord thy power require of you? Require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy power, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul. And these guys don't love them, man. These heathens are why do you think they worshiping Hare Krishna, Sheba the Destroyer, Serapis, all these other gods they love to worship, man. They're not looking for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's why they try to change his color to this and adjust the Most High. The Most High is not an adjustment. You love him as is, man. It says to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, and which I command thee this day for thy good. Behold, the heaven and the heavens of heavens is the Lord's thy power. The earth also with all that therein is. So he controls everything, man. Our power is an omnipotent power. Only the Lord had a delight in thy fathers to love them. The Lord loved our fathers, which we are. So remember that. You brothers out there, the Lord loved us, man. This ain't there. This is back in the Old Testament. This is when we weren't super off, man. We were off back then, but we weren't as off as we are now. Remember this. This is to uplift you, man. The creator of the universe loves us, man. Yahweh Shai loves us. It says only the Lord only the Lord had a delight in thy fathers to love them. If you read Ezekiel 16, read that whole chapter, man. It says, and he chose their seed after them. That what? The genealogy, the sperma. Ain't talking about no other nations, man. The Most High, the name of the Lord was Alashajah. That means the demon-like power, the fearful one. The Lord was feared, man. That's what he wanted. He wanted the nations to fear, man. Send death and plague and all types of judgment, man. That's what the Lord wanted, but he found a place to love us, man. We were the ones close to his heart, man. He allowed us to be the people close to him. He said, you are the apple of mine eye, man. That is what the Lord called us, man. He's saying it right here. Only the Lord had a delight in thy fathers to love them and to choose their seed after them, even you above all people, these other nations. So how dare VOCAB, how dare anybody try to step on what the Lord did, man? This ain't for everybody. The Lord don't love everybody, man. Just like a man don't love every woman. You have one woman that you love. You might have a couple side women. You could have a bunch of women in life. But there's a one woman you can say in your heart that you truly love, man. Something about her, you just loved her, man. Your heart, that's why it says women don't fall in love, men fall in love. Yahweh Shai is falling in love with Yashar Allah, man. We are the apple of his eye. We are close unto him. Why you think everything is dictated by Israel, man, on the planet Earth? The prophecies concentrate around Israel. No other nation can say that, man. That's why they don't have the spirit of the Lord upon them. They don't know how to fight. They don't know how to dance. They don't know how to cook. They can cook, but we do it the best, man, because the Lord gave us that spirit. Even you above all people, as it is this day. You close the book. You can close the book, man. You can close this book. That's all I needed to read, man. I'm not going to, but you can close the book after that. Goodness gracious, man. I'll read that again. Deuteronomy 10 and verse 15. And it says, only the Lord had delight in thy fathers to love them and to choose their seed after them. Even you above all people, as it is this day. Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart and be not more stiff-necked. So VOCAB, your heart is circumcised because you ain't a part of this. You got a big foreskin over your fucking head, man. Over your head. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse at you, my man. But you have a circumcision of your heart. You don't believe. Just lay it down, man. Do yourself a favor. Lay it down before you get your family hurt. Before you get yourself hurt, my man. Because you are an offense that must come. Do yourself a real life favor. Lay it down. Go pick up hip hop, man. There's plenty of Christian rappers out here in the world, man. Go try to get you a record deal, man. Leave us be, man. This is a stiff warning, man. Leave us be. Leave this thing alone, man, because you are playing with something that you do not need to play with. You talking about something that you don't need to talk about, man. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. Leave it be. Lay it down, VOCAB. Go Go drink some juice somewhere, my man. Go get you a shot. Go get you a woman, man. Go get you a woman. Go on one of these churches, spit you a hot bar to one of these females in the khaki, in the damn blue jean denim skirts, and lay it down, man. Because you ain't got it. You do not have the juice. You playing with the wrong one, man. I'm telling you this because, look, you've been doing it long enough. We've seen a dude fall out of a building, and the Most High broke up his bottom part where he was committing adultery, man. And he was in this truth, and he committed adultery, and the Lord broke him up, man. VOCAB, you playing, man. That's why some brothers, they don't even like to deal with videos. This is just for edification because I just wanted to jump into circumcision. You know, I wanted to jump into it because I found out a lot more information. And I found out some of these precepts, man, and it's a beautiful thing. All right, so I get a couple more verses and I'm out of here, man. You know, I got a list, man. I'll show you brothers the list. I ain't gonna get into all this, man. Because these concentrated scriptures right here, hey, they say it all, man. All right, this is Colossians 8, and we're going to go to 9. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy. That's what VOCAB's doing. He's trying to spoil the ones that are listening to him through his philosophy. Vain philosophy. Because it's just nothing but if they sit there and hug this guy, he'll cry and get on camp, man. VOCAB would be holding posts tougher than any brother out there, man, because he wants it that much. He just don't know how to. He just don't know how to come to it, man. All right, but hey, you ain't meant for it, my man. You ain't cut from the cloth. It says, "Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophies and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiment of the world, and not after Mashiach." And that's the rudiment of this world, because he's rooted and built up in the Catholic dogma. That's what it is Catholic dogma, man. Man, we woke, we way woke for that. You late, man. You late. If you wanted to try to so-called distract us, you should have came way earlier, man. Brother's been doing this for years, and we've seen so much proof of what we doing is real that, hey, man, we just gonna have to hold ourselves to that hard time. That's what's gonna really challenge us. Is the hard times, man. Jacob's trouble. Okay, this right here is easy work. It says, for in him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. Because Yahweh Shai is the Godhead, man. He's the one Yahweh set up to be our leader, man, our king. And he's doing and has done a great work, man. And we ain't even seen the fullness because he's coming to save us. Yahweh Shai is coming, man. He's coming to save us. Believe that. Do not fear the coming of Yahweh Shai, man. Only fear that he keeps you and he finds you worthy of salvation. Other than that, man, he's coming to do work on this planet Earth. Yahweh Shai is a master workman. He's the author of death, man. Yahweh Shai is the author of death, man. Okay? Remember that. He's coming, man. And that's it, man. I'm gonna read this precept. This brother, GMS, vehemence of the spirit, man. Vehemence of the spirit. It's Ephesians 1:4. According as he has chosen us in him before the foundations of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, man. And we're set before the greatness, man. Imagine that. You've been chosen before you ever were even, you breathed the breath. Before you ever formed, the Lord knew what you planned this out, man. Everything is planned out to find tooth comb, man. I always thank the Lord, the water, for giving me just life in spirit and body. Not just in spirit, or not just in the body when I wake up in the morning. You all brothers should be praying. But I always thank the Lord. Thank you for giving me the energy to be alive, man. To give me to allow your energy to be made into my spirit, man. I thank the Lord for my spirit, not just my flesh. The spirit is what I thank the Lord for, man. All right. So with that, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kwadash, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai. Brakti How, Brakti Al Shai, Brakti How, Brakti Al Shai, by Shem Rakar Kadash. And give all praise unto Yahweh Bashim Al Shai for giving me the opportunity to do this lesson. And Tawada for you brothers that came by and listened. I hope it was edifying. Hey, this is all we need is a small gathering, man. If I can edify one person in this truth, I know Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. I've done my job, man. So we're at the time, and it's just the edification, and you brothers go into it, man. Hey, shalom, shalom, Akim, shalom.